Let me pause the music just to say hi. Hello. Hello, dear friend. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Joy V. Such a dear, dear pleasure having you with me in this moment. I'll say indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. It's so nice to have all of you here. It is a Wednesday, my dudes. It's time to dance. It's time to say thank you. So I'm saying thank you with every one of these dances. This is a new track. I just found it, so we're gonna see if it's any good to dance to. I'll find out with you, friends. The part of my morning I most look forward to, Shannon Joy. Oh, Sam, that's too nice of you. Thank you for the love. Let's dance. I'm also wearing Joy V's scarf. I was very happy to be able to put it on again. It's even more beautiful the second time I have it on. Look at this. Look at how it's so freaking cool. You know what's the coolest thing to me, Joy Vive, is the variety of patterns, right? Like that's the thing that makes my brain super happy because flowers slides into the floor and sucks. Yow! Gab morning. Well, Gabby Goo, I hope you're dancing with me, dude. Nice Pashmina Joy Vive, right? She'll be a part of the flowers for infinity right now. I'm so glad you like it. I like you more, Joy Vive. I don't know if this is weird to say. I'm drawing from my weirdo meters. And my weirdo meters are being like, yeah, that's pretty weird, dude. Should I say it? Okay, I'll say it anyway. When I put it on today, I just had this instinct to smell it. And I was like tripping out about the smells coming all the way from California, you know, from your environment, from you packing it away. Weirdness done. I'm sorry, the cringe is, the cringe is just, I actually have to go to work. Maybe just a second of dancing, coming cool. I got 20 dogs to fluff out today, probably. Yeah, at least that sounds like somewhat of a vibe. Somewhat of a vibe. Let's dance. Let's dance a little bit, shall we? That's not weird at all, man. For some reason, I'm calm dancing. I'm like calmly busting down right now. For $4, tell you what, there should be an animated cat jam. I actually wanted to go like deep into all of that stuff, guys. Human encouragement, man. Oh, the humans. No, you, Natalie. I think that's it for that track. This track's drop comes like 2 minutes into it.
Will never hurt you again.
That's not very nice.
My darling, I told you I'm not perfect man, but I promise I will never hurt you again. My darling, I told you I'm not perfect man, but I promise I will never hurt you again. Will never hurt you again.
And it's like a minute long breather.
Will never hurt you again. My darling, I told you I'm not perfect man, but I promise I will never hurt you again. My darling, I told you I'm not perfect man, but I promise I will never hurt you again. 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 Will never hurt. Will never hurt. Will never hurt. Will never hurt.
So like 30 seconds of like, oh, is this it?
My darling, I told you I'm not perfect man, but I promise I will never hurt you again. My darling, I told you I'm not perfect man, but I promise I will never hurt you again. My darling, I told you I'm not perfect man, but I promise I will never hurt you again. 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 Will never hurt. Will never hurt. Will never hurt. Will never
See, that's it. That's it. It kind of turned out to be more tasty than I thought it was gonna be. But you see, it doesn't deserve to go quite into my favorites, but it could go into a folder. Let's see what's next. Let's get
Banana man.
Man, SoundCloud has been pretty on it actually. They basically have an algorithm that analyzes the music you like, and then they serve you more new ones. And usually it's hit or miss, but today it's been pretty on point. Let's see this coming back. It was supposed to go out.
Oh shit!
You were supposed to be here.
Nope.
I thought I was gonna be able to shake the building to its foundations. You had him cancel on you?
No, we're just going a little bit later. Jeez.
You wanna dance with me?
No.
Had a tired day,
Yes.
but we did better, dude. Come on.
Go down swinging. And I'll tell you, if you fight with all you have, more often than not, you won't go down at all. You will win. You will win, but you have to make that attitude a part of your everyday life. Do the extra repetition. Fight. Run the extra mile. Go the extra route. Make the right choices. Fight. Go the extra route. Make the right choice. Run the extra mile. Give the full measure. Run the extra mile. Remember this.
Whew. Phew. Oh. Whew. Love you. Who am I? I'm melting right now. Pretty sure if you had a body temperature on me, you're becoming critical right now. Oh, dude. I'm on fire. Tell me about your day, Holmes. What?
Busy. Lots of problems.
Problems with your code, problems with work relations.
Yeah, we lost 13,000 lead interests because of optimization and maintenance that we did, and we have no idea how to get that data back.
Lead maintenance. What does that mean exactly?
Lead interests
Lead
because
interests.
of maintenance and optimization.
What does that mean? Like you lost work?
When students come in, they're interested in something. That
Uh-huh.
information gets stored somewhere.
Oh, like leads like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a big yikes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not laughing because of the turmoil, I'm just laughing because of the implications thereof and the amount of chaos that must ensue in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And now your entire team is digging, basically, metaphorically digging.
We are getting our ass handed to us, bro. By the managers.
Yeah, I can believe they're probably not happy. The life of corporations. Christian is a straight gangster. Keeping his cool. Having not lost your mind yet, though.
I'm very close.
I can feel it, though. I'm praising you for not losing it because I can feel how close you are to losing it.
I'm riding the edge.
Are you working more right now?
Nope. I'm connecting burn for all I care. God, I hope they're not listening.
That would be awkward. Gateway and Joe! So much love to you. I'm missing a few. Let me catch up a little bit. Sorry, friends. That's what one goes. Smells are cool. They make monkey brain go bird. It's true. It's true. And I like good smells. Like, actually, I have a little bit of a thing. Like, literally in arm's reach. I have some tea tree oil. It's not exactly the best smell, but it does smell healthy. Yes, I just had plus 10 HP. A little bit more health. So just saying no, being normalized for those with boundary issues. Natalie, that's what I want to talk about today. I mean, it's 21 minutes in, but that's pretty much it. Thank you, Gab, again for the encouragement. Zen dancing. It went from being Zen to being a little bit more up there again. Borrowing some energy, getting over the flu here. Please, take all you need, dear friend. I missed you all. I'm glad to see you here holding space. It's nice to have you here too with us, friend. I think I have a brain worm. I'm actually enjoying the music. I'm happy. I enjoyed some of it. It got a little bit fast there for a while, but I did enjoy most of it. It's good energy first thing in the morning. That's true, actually. I'm like playing hard side trance to friends waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm sorry, the cognitive dissonance a little bit. DJ Christian in his house. There you go, dude. People sending love to you too. So aloof. Christian walks past the camera and gives us poor peasants nothing. He doesn't even acknowledge our existence. It's just like...
I'm not really in physical space right now. My body is. I'm not.
He's in the cyberspace / idyllic escapist phase right now. You know, like his consciousness is parked somewhere on an island, sipping martinis with bodacious babes surrounding him. He's not here. Christian is checked out. He's projecting his consciousness elsewhere. His Majesty probably just needs to have a poo. Have you taken a shit, Christian?
Good lord. Y'all are vulgar.
Gab just keeps us grounded, though. Reminds us. Actually, weirdly enough, Gab, Christian, and this is something that he mentioned to me on mushroom trip one day, is that going to the bathroom is one of these things that really humbles and grounds us back in this realm of existence.
Everybody gotta take a shit,
But-
even the president.
But you didn't say it that day, or at least I didn't understand it that day, just in the context of this is how it is. But the way that I interpreted you saying it on that day is that it needs to be that way. That it's like an actual anchor point. That if it wasn't for that, we probably would be less connected, or again, in the words, grounded to this reality.
Props.
Energy. Nice. Suddenly that water is stronger than coffee. I'm getting rough day vibes. Gab. Reminding us of the poops. Christian reminding us that sometimes things are poop. Losing information. And technically, like, weirdly enough, Christian, you know what I'm seeing right now? Is how your technological problems are like extending to the workplace. Did this happen today?
Actually, it's probably been happening for months. Since our...
Oh goodness, it's a logging issue.
No, something along those lines.
Like people have been joining and they haven't been storing the data kind of vibes.
I think that's a different thing. No, I think my teammate went and did optimization and maintenance on one of our pages. Did optimization and maintenance on one of our pages and then forgot to update a specific field that captures lead interests.
Yeah.
And now they were just bulk shifting things over, and they were like, where are all of our interests? And of course, I don't want to fucking point fingers and throw him under the bus, so...
And it's been months, right?
Oh, well, probably about a month.
A month, okay. Okay, just a month. I mean, it's not okay, but at least it's not been like 9 months worth of data or something like that. Then it would have been like an absolute pandemonium.
What is great about the setup is that it's not a single person's fault, it's multiple people's fault.
Yeah, people have to check the code as well, and they probably missed it.
Uh-huh.
And then
It's supposed to go through testing by the developer, go through internal testing by our testing team, go through quality assurance by their team over there, by the client, and then only is it approved into production. And apparently it bypassed all of that shit.
you know, management is losing their minds. Bruh, I'm getting like, I don't know, school vibes. Are you getting school vibes right now?
Dude, the way these problems just... The level of give a fuck I have for it is like below zero. It's minus. In terms of... I actually feel like sabotaging them more.
Especially of the disrespect, oh shame. The gooiing of shade.
I remember having a conversation with one of our family friends where it was like, yeah, I want to become a programmer. He's like, God, why the fuck would you want to do that? I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? It's like such a fucking thankless job. Now I get it.
And I'm guessing whoever is in management has no idea how programming works even, probably, right?
Technically no. The problem is these things are normal. Of course we can't test everything. We can't keep track of everything. Not on a team of 2 developers, dude. And the one developer isn't even full-time on this project. I'm technically full-time on this project. An entire motherfucking university.
And they still haven't raised your salary on top of all of this problem.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
So they're expecting you to do a team's worth of work on less than the salary you're worth. So I can understand where the levels of not give a shit comes from, Holmes. I'm sending you more strength, though. Is there anything I can do to help?
Tell me I'm pretty and you love me, that's it.
Holmes, you unironically are pretty, dude. And I do appreciate you.
Thank you.
You make life a better place for all of us, dude. On a legitimate level, he has influence in the lives of thousands of students. Their day-to-day experience using their medium, their platform to study. Right? So unbeknownst to thousands of individuals, Christian is making their lives a better place. And on top of all of that, he's getting shat on for it. For not being perfect. It's a hard knock life for us. Much said. All of the freaking memes at the same time. Whew. Oh, thank goodness, dude. I finally cooled down. I'm no longer at like critical temperatures. Ooh. Such a thankless job, he says. What a wise uncle you have, Christian. Happy, Christian. You wanna smoke a joint with me?
Let me finish some stuff and I'll join you.
This friend of yours, or colleague of yours, he's probably gonna have even more to talk about right now. Maybe this beer you're gonna have is gonna be nice, dude. Are you gonna be okay to drive back?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
When are you gonna go out?
Like 10 to 6. 10 to 7.
10 to 7, okay. Ooh. I should have probably told you. I think it would have been nice to have a little bit more bread as well. I think we just need more bread. Just like straight up. Yeah. There technically is a bread, but I wanna turn all of that bread into snack widgets for us for the weekend. Festival's coming up. Warm wishes to everyone who may be having a rough day. Tomorrow is another day, friends. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for the reminder. Missed y'all, been busy and contemplative. We missed you too. And here we are, right? Here we are, Jules. Having been separated by time, and yet finding ourselves right back here in the moment. Maybe that's one of the intentions. Today's topic technically is saying no, Christian. Saying no, dude. So being willing to listen to yourself in the moment and sometimes say no. Do you have the luxury of saying no to these people that are badgering you right now?
Yes, I do.
In what way would you say no to them?
No.
Just no? Like, no, I'm not gonna do this. No, you can't talk to me like this. No, this is not acceptable behavior.
I'm gonna do everything I can do in the work time provided to me. I'm not gonna work overtime.
And they expect you to.
If the problems are to be fixed within the time period that they want the problems to be fixed, it would require overtime and they're not gonna get that out of me, so they can suck a fucking dick.
Christian Yevgeny Vitrichenko is saying no. I will not, thank you very much.
Fire me. Fuck it. Suffer more.
see if we can. See if that's the way forward. Oh goodness. I was supposed to start my YouNow stream a while ago. I just put my phone down.
I actually seriously think about it, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think to myself, it doesn't matter who the fuck they hire. Good luck onto them figuring that shit out.
Yeah. Like it's
You wanna hire a senior, go for it. It's gonna same result.
a war
The
zone.
entire system needs to be scrapped. Destroyed, annihilated, removed.
Is it possible to build it from scratch?
Oh yeah, it's just gonna take you about 5 years.
Is the technology old? What's wrong?
No, there's just been a bunch of junior developers that have been working on it for more than 5 years now.
And they keep letting them off, and then a new junior developer comes on, and then Spagesh is on top
Yeah,
of
because
that.
they're like, no, we don't want to pay that much. But we want fucking advanced features in our system. We want Google Analytics. We want data analytics, like BI tools, bro. Business intelligence tools. And I fuck.
3 deep, controlled, sustained breaths. Remind yourself you can breathe. The fragrant influence of tea tree is promoting cleansing and purity. Thank you, Shannon, medicine mother, for letting me know that. Maxine is here too. So much love to you. It's nice to have you here too, friend. The new dog is great. She's incredibly obedient and protective. Her tail is continually thumping. Probably like wagging. Not sure. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. Thank you for joining us, Marvin. It's nice to have you here, friend. The winter is making getting up in the morning so much harder. Yep, I'm still in bed. Thank you, friends, for finding yourself here. I know it must be hard. It means so much that you find yourself in these moments. I pass out in the middle of the streams on a regular since the time change. I'm just imagining myself being like a little fairy on your shoulder. Joy Vive, sussing you back to sleep, planting beautiful seeds of inspiration, empowerment, encouragement, hope for humanity, belief in capability, possibility of beauty, joy and acceptance. Ooh. Sending so much love. I'm like, honestly, I feel honored to be able to talk you to sleep. It's nice to have you here, friend. Talking about friends, we like having you here. JB, so nice to have you. Snackwidges? I think that's what they're called, right? Like it's like a type of sandwich maker that presses down and like crimps the outside edge of the bread, encapsulating the food parts inside. I think that's called a sandwich, right? Just popping in for a moment. I love y'all so much. Just waiting you, Brother Isaac. I was thinking about you today, feeling like I was missing your energy. And then as soon as I thought about you, I was like, oh, here he is. Here Isaac is. So I'm sending you love right there. It's nice to have you. Anything particularly present today? Thank you for asking, Isaac. For me, what's present is saying no. You know, and I've been saying no to myself. Isaac, dude, I've been stressing out about the microphone. It's still not here. Oh, I'm tripping out about it. And then I find myself tripping out about it. And then I have to say no. I have to be like, you know what? I could be worrying about this thing outside of my control right now. Or, no. I'm not going to do that. And it's really an active process, and I don't believe I'm good at it. But I'm getting better at it. And then it's been this duality within the experience of humanity, where I've also had to learn how to say no. You know, specifically when it comes to expectation. People will expect things of you, right? And the only way for you to live your truth, to do the thing that you believe you're supposed to do, sometimes is to say no. And there is a nice way you can say no, and there can be more abrasive ways of saying no. But it is something that we need to, at some point in our life, learn how to do. Setting boundaries, as you were mentioning, Sam. Setting boundaries, and it's hard. It really is hard sometimes. And I think Shannon said it beautifully, where we want to be nice people, right? All of us want to be nice people. We want to be well liked, and we want to be accepted in society, and we want to have friends, etc., etc. And sometimes that comes with compromise. It comes with this willingness to bend the knee. It comes with this willingness to let go of your needs for the needs of another. But it can reach a point where it becomes toxic and it becomes abrasive to yourself, where you start to slowly resent the other person more and more because you feel like they're taking advantage. You feel like they're not taking your needs into consideration, and you're the only one taking their needs into consideration. And then when you reach that point, if you don't say no, if you don't create some sort of boundary, you know, if you don't set your needs out into the open clearly, it's going to create this narrative where it's always going to be uncomfortable to be in that situation. right? It might be uncomfortable in the moment to say no. It might be very uncomfortable to you if you've always been saying yes, if you want people to like you. That initial moment of separation, if you will, can be very uncomfortable saying no. But then in the grand scheme of things, because you were willing to pay attention to your own heart, you reach a point where the initial outcome is net positive, right? You don't have to say no to yourself to react in a negative way over and over again, for example. When you're in that situation again, when by saying no before, you omit all of the possibilities for that situation in the future. And that's me speaking in vague terms to kind of cast a wide net. But it is this example of maybe you don't particularly enjoy spending time with someone. You know, maybe their energy doesn't complement yours. Maybe you feel they try and bring you down in one way or another. And by communicating your need to spend time apart, right, to have your own space and for them to have their own, the next time you find yourself in the present, it might be easier for you to tolerate it, feeling that you have set a boundary, that this is not something that is expected of you, right? You're not expected to be something that you're not, or to act in a way that you don't feel comfortable with. Like just being real. Being real is something I feel that is in short supply these days. And I appreciate you, friends, for allowing me to be. We've been missing you, Isaac. We have, right, Shan? Thank you for sending that love, feeling the love we do. Today, we're celebrating healthy boundaries that we are. Healthy boundaries. One of the healthy boundaries Christian said with me. A good question to ask your friends or your loved ones. And it's a hard question to ask, but it is an important one. Is the question of what can I do? Asking a friend, a loved one, what can I do to be a better friend, to be a better lover to you? And it can feel awkward to ask that question to someone. Felt awkward asking Christian. And Christian at first was like, oh, Holmes, you are already the perfect friend. And I was like, oh. And then it was like, and I kind of like pushed it a little bit harder. And I told him, no, really, dude, like, is there anything in particular you would like me to change so that I can be a better friend to you? And the thing Christian mentioned is, when I say no, listen, right? When I'm putting up a front, when I'm clear about something, right? Stop pushing me. And I feel I'm learning from Christian up until this moment, this whole time. You know, he was teaching me in that moment, but he's teaching me in my personal experience of it as well. In the same way, I can learn how to accept no from others. And it's usually like, I would like to do something with Christian, or I would like to inspire Christian in a certain direction or something, and he kind of like wants to get past the topic, and he just is like, no. And then I tend to be enthusiastic, over involved, and then I keep going. And I mentioned to him that if he's like done, just say really. Like be like, really, dude? No. And maybe like that'll be like just a mental map for myself to really notice. Because at the same time, Christian is the type of person that sometimes has to be pushed a little bit, right? Like I feel almost every single one of the fun times when it comes to like extracurriculars, I had to convince Christian to go with me. So in a weird way, it kind of like Pavlov trained me to take your no's as a challenge, right? Because every single time I overcame one of your no's, it was followed by a dopamine heavy experience, dude. And I guess we can train other people in the same way, right? Where if you keep letting people walk over you, you keep letting your boundaries down after you have explicitly set them, it might create a narrative in someone's mind that your boundaries are there to be pushed and not there to be respected. And it's a difficult one to learn. It's a difficult one to learn in yourself, to reach the level of self-respect for yourself, to heed your own boundaries, even, right? To not, like, and this is a beautiful point, to not go with the flow of other people just so that they may like you from a point of almost being selfish, right? You let yourself down, you let yourself have less from a point of selfishly wanting this other person to like or approve of you versus doing the thing you would like to for yourself, respecting yourself enough, and then respecting the other person enough to actually communicate your needs, right? It's a weird paradox of you can consider yourself very compassionate, very forward thinking, very accommodating of another person, and in doing so actually be selfish because you're more concerned with being liked than having the situation be right in a trip of itself. Bro, me too. I've been incessantly checking the tracker. I went hard for the super expenditure too to make sure I'm melting, dude. And Christian is moving out of this apartment too. So my brain is double melting, Isaac. I'm screaming my head off, dude. Tripping out a little bit. My post office said it would take 3 weeks when I sent your package. It took a month and a half. I'm sure Maxine is literally every single time. Maxine, you have no idea how many times you have supported me through this. She's right here on my shoulder being like, just remember, your package will be here before you know. My package will be here before I know, before I even anticipated it, before I expected it. It came sooner. It came faster than I could have hoped for. Just like keeping this in my mind. Christian just needs to use the ETL to regularly transfer the ODB to the DW. Easy, what's the problem? Just a couple of hours of work when they have the BI. I am in management and sales. Crystal Tunes, Sacred Sound of the Soul. Is that Brother Ryan? I've never seen your username before, friend. Yeah, Christian, just do the ETL OBD DW BI thing. Just do it. A few hours. Like, I feel it probably is easy if you've done it before and you know the process. But if it's a problem you haven't had to solve just yet, it can be a little bit of a nightmare. And then they expect you to spend time in your own free time learning, getting good at these problems so that you can solve them faster at work. But at the same time, they're not willing to compensate them fairly for that work. I meant to post that as Ryan, but on my other account, there we go. Ryan, I was like feeling it's probably you, Brother Bear. It's nice to have you here. I feel that intensely. My job has been like taking way more attention and adding so much tension and frustration. Yet, it's due to my own decision that I should be able to do something else. And Brother Bear, I feel, if anything, just knowing that you should be in and of itself a state of freedom. At least I hope so for you. Leaning into the feeling of, no, I'm not going to allow that cycle to continue. I'm going to enjoy the experience that I have to the max and say no to the things that make it feel too much. Carrie Lee, know when to say no. Thank you, Brother Bear. Thank you so much. $11.11. Weirdly enough, I feel Gary has been the only one that can send synchronous numbers. Like our other friends have tried, but only you are capable of sending synchronous number. Blessing us with $11.11. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Bear. Know when to say no. I'm tripping out about the fact that you're saying yes, with a no message. The duality. Thank you, Brother Bear, for blessing us with your love. Melita's here too. Is Gare Bear? Where? Oh, you're just saying for Gary. I was about to tripping out, dude. Thank you again, Gary. It's so nice to have you here, friend. I've been thinking lately that it's more important to learn to say no rather than how to. Not sure what's the difference. I feel it's so hard though. No versus how to. Learn how to say no versus how to say no. Learn to say no versus how to say no. So I feel the how to should just be kindly, right? And then that's basically the extent of it. Clear, honest, and kindly. And the saying no is the harder part of the two, Melita. I think you're onto something. Hmm. I feel it should be an experience, uh, a realization almost, where if you feel in a moment there's a part of you that needs to think about it, that needs to consider, that needs to convince yourself, weigh the options for why you should say yes, then it's probably a no, right? And it's hard to know sometimes. I've been feeling like Elmo sitting in the fire meme. This is fine. Remember to disconnect from any fear, Melty. You got this. I'm trying to. Thank you, Maxine. I do. Ezrog is here too. Joining late, but glad to be here. You are here now, dear friend. Never late. Dude, I did the 6 to 10 day option. They lie and steal my wallet, dude. Yeah. You know, and I was like tripping out about the capital that is no longer, with me. It's just like in the ether right now. And I was like tripping out about the microphones just finding themselves somewhere within the infinity. And being like, well, at this point, I've already paid for the microphone. Right? I can't lose anymore. In fact, I only stand to gain something from now on forward. Right? Even if the microphone is gone, then I get to gain the experience of having lost a piece of technology to the ether. Maybe someone else finds it, steals it, builds themselves a YouTube channel, creates a life of abundance for themselves. So there's only more to be gained and there is nothing more to be lost. And as soon as I kind of convince myself, I don't even know if I have to convince myself, and I said this to Christian, just this deep realization that it's already done, right? It's done. I cannot lose anymore. Cannot be taken from, right? Nothing can be taken from us technically. The only thing that we really have is this breath, and even that we have to let go type of mentality. That I just have to keep breathing. It's gonna be okay, Brother Isaac. I'm sure it will be here soon. Can't believe you paid for faster shipping, Isaac. I feel it's just about the level of perceived care you believe they'll take if you pay for more expensive shipping, right? That's probably what it is. It's like, yeah, surely if you give them more money, they'll be like, oh, this person gave me more money, maybe I should take care of their shiz. And being like, maybe, maybe that's how it works. I don't know if it was that way though. It was a weird thing at the shipping place. It blocked them out of the other options. We tried to mess with the option for a while, but I felt better just getting it out. Saying no is not a denial of experience and it's not a fault. It's but the warm embrace of a branching experience, one that is wholesome. I like that. Decided to microdose today. It really quiets the busy mind. I wanted to microdose today as well, but I decided not to, Joe. So I feel I appreciate you living vicariously for me. We have 11 friends watching, 3 up dudes, and then there's 11 on my screen as well. Just want to share the synchronicity. Decided to, heck yeah, jump in. Never tried it before. What a trip. I hope that you're enjoying it. When I fill up my tank of gas due to the stupid far drive to do a remote job at office, it feels like I'm pumping my blood into the car. Dude. You're like activating a fractal I forgot I had in my mind. When I used to work in AV, audiovisual, I would be like my title was sales manager. Alright, sounds very cool. But in fact, I had to manage all of the sales. So things get sold, and then I have to be there to ensure things get installed correctly, having to crawl through ceilings, having to connect wires, having to, wait for the programmers to build user interfaces. It was a lot, and there was also a lot of driving, Isaac. And the way that I don't know if it's even legal to do it that way, but we're gonna put that to the side. The way that my employer did it was he, man, my throat is a little stuffy. He expected is a strong word. He didn't give me a company card. So the card I had was my own. So I had to put like fuel in the car with my own, card, and then I would keep the slips, give him the slips, and then I would be reimbursed. And that experience, dude, of you watching, and I get paid. At that point, I got paid like $350, and then filling the car up was between 60 and $85, around that amount. So it's like watching this like just like this jump, this just like shotgun shell out of your bank account. It was a trip, dude. Creating so much anxiety, like lifeblood, as you were mentioning, like literally feeling like you were cutting your arm, bleeding out there into your car. I hope that your company is reimbursing you too, Brother Bear. I've done plenty of grooms in my day, but never gooms, but never micro. It's calming. I'm happy that you're feeling it, friend. I'm happy that it's bringing you a state of calm. I'm trying to tune into that right now as well, actually. Rambler, I've been thinking about you today, friend. Seeing all of your comments, the love you share. It's nice to have you here. Isaac, 100%. I feel that. I have to drive 1 hour to the office 3 days a week to sit in the dark and not interact with anyone. Dumb. Yeah. I'm gonna say this probably until the day I'm dead, but going to a remote place to do remote work is absurd. Right? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I wish I could have you friends on my shoulders at this shipping point. It was like a hilarious sitcom. How can the wacky world of international shipping confuse and sucker punch Isaac? Being like, what am I supposed to do? Benny 11's here too. Same. Even for the rest of my day, your message came through at 55, and it's 55 minutes into the stream as well right now. So more synchronicity there. I'm sorry, Isaac, I didn't know your Discord name. When I saw your friend request, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, Maxine. You're fine. It was no negativity at all, just a hilarious experience. When it comes to adult things, I feel like a caveman trying to understand programming. I just end up smashing keyboard. I'm at a great place with all, though, honestly, no sadness here. Thank you, Brother Isaac, for just, reminding us of that, for touching on that point. Love is true. Like this experience of adulting has been so overcomplicated to the point where it really feels like caveman. There's a thing I heard someone say today, that we didn't technically evolve to be in this world we find ourselves in right now, right? Like the world we evolved in, we could pick fruits from a tree, maybe kill an animal and cook its flesh. The creative ones among us, maybe, smash some rocks into powder, rehydrated it, and then painted on the face of rocks with it. How more creative can you get? Even more creative, maybe started making clothing out of the skin instead of animals, right? Basic wooden stick tools, and then it kept getting crazier. It kept getting crazier and crazier to the point where now we have these computers, and you could argue that we don't really have the appendages to interact properly with it. And then what's the option, Isaac? Should we get better? Should we learn new skills? What skills are we supposed to be learning? What more could we be doing? How much better can we truly get at it? Realizing that we'll probably find whatever our niche is, and then we'll get comfortable with that. At the same time, bringing into our minds this ability to do other things as well, to say no, if you will, to your static set pattern, doing something else a little bit as well. I feel it. It was so stressful at the USPS when I sent out this package. If you messed up the address format, you would burn up all your postage, and the package had a possibility of being sent back. Oh goodness. I've honestly been living into a bit more sloth lately. Still lightly working out and stretching, but I took some time off from the intense betterment to fall in love with the current moment. I'm happy that you're taking some time, Brother Bear. I feel I've been a little bit more lazy as well. I've even gained some weight, and I've been okay with it. I don't know if I'm gonna stay okay with it, but I'm okay with it right now. A good break, right, Tiger? I'm finally starting the layout for a game I've been wanting to make too. Dude, what engine are you using? Are you gonna be using Unreal 5? Gotta really hit some books on coding, but I got a lot of ideas, and I'm starting to grind. One day at a time, Brother Bear. Show up for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. If you keep doing it, eventually you'll be there. Wherever it is you're going, grind away, friend. Just remember to rest, please do. I actually worked out for the first time in months last night. Felt so good to get out of my cocoon. Ooh, proud of you, Maxine. Thank you for doing that, friend. I'm happy that you are moving into your body. How did it feel? Do let us know. You know, you mentioned that it was nice to get out of your cocoon, but how do you feel today? Like, I saw this beautiful depiction, you know, that kind of like really explained the way we see the world when it comes to reward and then ultimate outcome, or instant instant gratification slash instant appreciation slash enjoyment of something, and then ultimate outcome. And it is interesting how things that have instant gratifying effects, things that have a means or a way of being very enjoyable right now, have a way of having a detrimental ultimate outcome, and vice versa, where things that might be hard, learning how to code, you know, for a game, for example, it might be hard right now. The ultimate outcome is having a skill that is indispensable, something that's very valuable. Exercising right now might be suck, you know, it might be very difficult, you might be sweating, might be hot, and that instant gratification part of it is missing, but the eventual outcome is a healthier body and, you know, a little bit more ability to move. So kind of like showing up for things that might be hard in the moment, not only with this ability slash willingness to do the hard things, but to see doing hard things now as something that will always have eventual good outcome. Like it's you stacking the odds in your favor. That's awesome, Beansy. I know you were in a lot of pain not too long ago. Working out is a big leap from laying in pain. Hell yeah, such a freaking badass. You freaking rock. Thank you, friend. So much encouragement. I appreciate that as well, Jovan. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Jar. Absolutely. I've been really living into enjoying the environment I've built. All cozy vibes this week. Work from home the whole week. Off early today, and then it's off Thursday and Friday. That sounds amazing. Beans your inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Maxine. And the fact that you friends, you know, hearing good news from Maxine chose to say something beautiful about that, chose to encourage it. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Maxine, for allowing us this moment. Joel, thank you for joining us too. It's nice to have you. Woo-hoo. I hope you have an amazing long weekend, Isaac. I'll be putting up my nautical beachy themed Christmas tree up this weekend. Nautical slash beachy themed Christmas tree in the middle of snowy New York. sounds beautifully paradoxical. I started reading again more regularly, and I wrote my first poem in a long time last night. Like, I know that you do a lot. I know you do a lot, Gateway. So the fact that you're writing poetry as well right now, I'm proud of you. Would you like to share it?
Send it through.
Yeah, please. Please do send it through. Maybe if you'd be willing to try and send it in the stream. I feel a bit nauseous this morning, to be honest, but it's okay. Gonna drink my coffee and a bunch of water to get my mind right for the day. Please do. Water has been a big one for me. I feel like I'm under consuming water these days. I'm using a much more simple engine since I'm just dipping my toes in. Trying out Godot. Making a deck building. Okay, isometric kaiju strategy game, hopefully. That sounds kind of nice. You know, a good starting point as well. Gateway, congrats. That feels so good, I'm sure. Gotta get a journal. I feel like I need to do the same, dude. I feel I need to properly get into journaling again. Inspired by your working out efforts, Ezra. Please try and do the same. You can do one squat, right? Do one right now and be like, I did a squat today, do another one. I did freaking 2 squats today. And then keep pushing you in that general direction, right? This beautiful understanding that instead of starting to implement habits into your life, become identified with the thing that you want to do, right? At this point in my life, I identify as someone that values my health. And a part of that identity comes exercise, comes trying to eat more whole foods than processed foods, comes drinking enough water, comes bright light exposure first thing in the morning, comes trying to sleep enough, comes spending time away from technology, etc., 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 etc. Like there's so much to this experience of trying to live a whole and balanced life, and becoming identified with that is who I am makes it a lot easier to do these things than telling myself these are the things that I do, right? It's an identity instead of being a list to be completed. Mojo, it's nice to have you here, friend. Saltine crackers in room temperature water will help with that nausea. I've never tried that and I've never experienced any benefits. It's an interesting thing. I guess it's just the blandness of it, you know, like pretty palatable. Shannon, we put ours up last night. I'm a bit Christmas crazy sometimes. Get into it. Isaac, you know, celebrate, dear friend. I believe, at least, that the Christmas spirit is about coming together, not about the gifts. Love the love you give yourself. Thank you, Jovan. One of your early streams came across my feed yesterday, Mel. You were so cute and chubby. You've changed so much since day 3 and lost so much weight. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that. That's wholesome, Joy Vive, really. Dude, you should see what I looked like day 1 of the stream, so it's kind of concerning. It's so cringe. What was
I
the
saw it in person.
Yeah. That's rude, Christian. Oh, I wasn't that cringeworthy, was I?
No.
Damn it. You know, in the worst part, Christian, in 2 years from now, I'm gonna look back at this version of myself and be like,
Probably
oh,
I look like ass.
he's so cringe. Over and over and over.
So ass.
I'm getting better. Thank you, Joy Peep. All of us are getting better together at least. You know, we get to be a part of this progress. I consider smoking a bit of jazz cabbage to help with the nausea. Joy sent me some powerful flowers that I still have. Oh, I can only imagine. I've been thinking about, you know, smoking California weed for some reason. I'm probably gonna get devastated, Christian.
Probably.
I think I'm definitely gonna get devastated. I'm gonna get like literally feeling like I'm transcending humanity high again. That first day, dude, EOC, Christian, I thought about it today again. I got concerningly high for a second there. I think it's because we smoked so much of the joint right off the bat. Wanna puff this?
Mm-mm.
Trying to be sober for your friend?
Mm-mm.
What are you doing right now?
Looking at what calm, flexible class we can do.
Oh, you're setting up for exercise, huh? Sick it. Celebrate your bodies, please do. And just move. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be a certain way. All you have to do is move. Whatever that looks like to you. It can be walking, it can be dancing, it can be doing a few stretches, it can be doing chair yoga, it can be swimming, it can be playing with your dogs, chasing them around a little bit. It doesn't matter. All we need to do is move. Like from this perspective of things that don't move are dead, right? The only things in our universe that don't move are dead things.
They're outside of time.
I mean, relatively
outside of time.
relatively unmoving, right? It's the best. That's Amara. Just love decorating. I can only imagine. She's feeling better as well now, so at least she's getting into the Christmas spirit healthy again. I'll get to have a Christmas tree for the first time in over 7 years. I'm so pumped. That sounds amazing. I've never had an official Christmas tree. My parents
You
are,
serious?
yeah, my parents are more, uh, Christian. Like it's not about trees or gifts. Oh, it's about Jesus.
But Jesus was not born on Christmas.
Yeah, and there were no palm trees. There were no palm trees, and there were no decorations. There were no lights. They were just death, crucifixions and stuff, dude. Like me as a little kid hearing this, being like, "What happened? Little baby getting gifts? Okay, that's cool. That's cool." And then this dude ordered to kill all of the babies, and just like so many babies died apparently. Being a little kid, being like, "Whoa."
So much baby death.
That's a bit much, parents, please. I just want gifts, yo. You give me gifts. I've been smoking like a Seth Rogen film. A Seth Rogen film lately. I don't really get that quote. Like the way Seth Rogen smokes in my mind is just like taking these nips, putting them down again. I love the smell of Christmas tree, Jovan. Gotta get a set of Christmas lights for my money tree, since it's the size it is anyways. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool, yeah. Don't have to get a tree from the outside if you have one, it's alive. Well, it's a bit particular about decorating the tree. I have a whole pattern and layout for it, so I got Amara for her own little tree that she can decorate however she wants. I like that. I'm just seeing this fractal of Amara and Shannon, trying one year to decorate a tree together, and Amara being just dying inside. Like she has this vision in her mind of how the tree's gonna look, and then Amara comes and right, like I'm seeing fractals, like perfectly fractals, and then Amara like, oh yeah, I'll just put this thing here and put that thing there. And Shannon's mind crashes. Next year rolls around. Shannon is like, here you go. Here's your tree. And I go, my tree. I can feel Shannon smiling, being like, that's exactly how it is. I have like 6 Christmas candles going 24/7 lately. I'm combating winter darkness and cold and working inside all day with so many lamps, smells, and weed. It sounds like bliss to me, Brother Isaac. Shannon, I love that. Me too. Jasmine and I just squabble and drink our way through it, matching PJs. It sounds sick. Thanks, y'all. Probably wouldn't make much sense, though, without the whole body of work and illustrations, but maybe I will be vulnerable. If you need to be, if you would like to be, this is the place to be. None of us will take advantage of you or think of you as any less. We love you, but there's no expectation, of course. I bought the balsam and fir scented candle for winter. Smells like a forest in the house. She tries helping, and I'm like, no, the ornament doesn't go there, you see. Yes, here's the comments. Shad, I wish my mom got me my own mini tree. Shannon is just smart. Shannon is real smart. Instead of, shunning her child and being like, no, you can't do this. This needs to be done this way. Instead, allows her to do it her way. Hey, Kay. It's nice to have you. Thank you for joining us. I think instead of getting people Christmas clutter gifts, I'm going to make customized Christmas ornaments. I don't know if it's this way in all houses, but I do believe you have like a box, right? A Christmas box where you put all your ornaments, and then you revisit that every single time you make your tree up, right? So I'm feeling into that. And then I feel like a control freak. So last year I got her own tree, so I keep downstairs my boy, but I'm tripping out about how I could infer from a small message you shared the entire fractal, Shannon, and then you were still sharing it in chat, probably as I was as well. Shannon, do you decorate the same every year or do you switch it up? I don't celebrate the holidays really. I love my family and I love seeing them, but I do not celebrate the systematic holiday season the most at most do. Joe, as it is right now, it has been bastardized by the corporate, entities of our world. It's not a religious get together. It is a call for consumption, as it is right now. It's like, oh yeah, here are these products for cheaper, you know, and we're like, how can you sell them for cheaper? And they're like, ask questions. It's not like we mark up the prices and then drop the prices, creating this incentive, this narrative that you're somehow saving money, still making profits, millions of dollars of profits, billions of dollars of profits. Well, I understand you. I do, right? I really do. I feel that, Shan. I'm a stickler for color balance, and I'll see Jasmine place a red ornament right next to another red one, and I have to push up my anime glasses. Oh, you clearly have no idea what you're doing. The red doesn't go next to the other red. Evil anime villain mode activated. I do get that. I'm the same way. I think it happened with me and Christian when we were decorating the tree as well at Pop Show's place, dude. Also the micromanaging. But I was quiet about it though. I was just doing it on the inside of my mind, losing it. I have a serious opposition to Thanksgiving. Especially if you know the history of that as well, right? I feel you, Joe Jaju. I'm so adverse to what the system says we're supposed to do, but then I'm a stickler for celebration. I feel we just don't celebrate, I believe, in the way we're supposed to as humanity right now, right? The celebration that we are having right now is this celebration of consumption, right? That's what we're celebrating right now, and I feel
Consume.
yeah,
Consume.
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 Like the friends who have watched season 2 of Inside Job, you'll understand where that comes from. But it is the overconsumption kind of aspect of our humanity that we see during these vacations the most, or these celebrations the most right now. And I believe, honestly, that the future we're heading into will celebrate the individual much more than we are right now.
Consume.
Going to festivals, right? Paying for experiences, not for things to consume.
Consume.
Fleeting pieces of material. I'm not a Grinch. I just don't agree with the hype. You're not like out of the movie The Grinch, the being that I resonated the most with was 100% Grinch. Did you resonate with any other character than the Grinch in the Grinch movie?
I felt like I was the Grinch.
Yeah. They think every single person is supposed to feel like they're the Grinch, right? Isn't that how it's supposed to be? Or do-
Yeah, sure.
Like I'm seriously asking right now. I'm concerned though. Are you not supposed to think of yourself as the Grinch?
Probably not.
I mean, you see the Grinch's heart melt at the end of the story, right? He still becomes a softie.
Oh, that's so cute.
Mm. If Christian was the Grinch, he would just say no. He's like, yeah, how about no?
If I was the Grinch, I wouldn't be stealing the presents.
What would you be stealing of?
I
I don't. Christmas is a pagan holiday. Love it. It's true. I pretty much do the same setup every year with maybe slight variations, Joe. It's perfect though. I made the starfish star for the top of the tree myself, and I have a net wrap around the tree with the starfish garland. I don't know exactly what that means. It sounds beautiful. Christmas used to be a pagan holiday. Now it's a consumption holiday. It's true. I've always been a little Grinch about Thanksgiving. I never knew why. I think I don't love the food that much, mainly just the dressings. I came off my tolerance break. Then I came onto a tolerance challenge of death. Okay, I think I get what you're saying. I do like decorating stuff though. Starfish, garland sounds cool AF. It really does. That's exactly what it's like, Mel. I'm cracking up. Thank you, Shan. If nautical nonsense is something you wish. If nautical nonsense is something you wish. Thank you, Joey B. Isaac, I don't like Thanksgiving when I was a kid, because of all the opposing smells, perfume and turkey, cologne and pumpkin pie, shudders. Oh goodness, I see the fractal you're experiencing right now or have experienced. Thank you for tuning me into it. Then drop on the deck and fluff like a fish. I hate it because of the genocide. Exactly, right? The history. Yeah, the same. I've never celebrated Thanksgiving. We don't have that in South Africa. We have other trauma. Every country has their traumas. We just have different traumas. We got concentration camped and then segregated. Like it's like we didn't learn the lesson. You know. Like look at this. Segregation and torture is bad. It's like let's try it again. Oh look at this, it's bad. And then where we're like I feel we're there with extra steps right now. You know, in a lot of ways as well. It's never been a race problem, it's been a class problem. Right? I feel that's the thing that technology is collapsing really fast. That class is falling apart a little bit. Because no matter what your class is right now, you're probably using the same technology as everyone is. You're probably using the internet. Right? Think about that. Don't you think that's a leveling of the playing field like we've never had before, Holmes?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm thinking as well, Holmes? That no matter how up in class you are, I don't feel like people are having experiences like the one we're having right now. You know, using the same internet, although all of us are. I never thought of that, Joe. I just don't like a lot of the food, so I just be like, ugh, I have to wear this turtleneck and talk to my cousins and do this thing again in like 3 weeks on Christmas. I love it now as an adult, just to be mushy and have dinner together, but we cook like lasagna and stuff instead. I wish y'all could see what it's like to watch us play a board game. It's like watching a Dragon Ball Z first fist fight of twist turns and name calling. Oh, and don't forget gaslighting. We're super chill, balanced, communicated, mature, whatever. And then Monopoly comes out, or God forbid Scrabble. Like Isaac has a family that he plays D&D with, dude.
It's pretty rocking.
He's a real cool dude. Has a cool relationship with his family. I like Thanksgiving because I get to play Skippo. I don't know what Skippo is even. I love breaking bread with family and sharing the love. I just despise that those moments are centered around the colonization and the indigenous culture. It's not Thanksgiving, it's thanks-taking. We'll make our own holidays. Thanksgiving is kind of gross on a bunch of levels, but getting together with fam is always nice, and not going to work too. That's cool. That's cool. Exactly. Yeah, I like deciding the days when to have dinners and come together with loved ones, and we will. We will. Thank you for like echoing the same sentiment, Maxine. I'm totally a Grinch. I don't decorate or celebrate. Like, why don't we give each other gifts and see and celebrate each other all year long? So that's what I do. That's what Christian does as well. Christian has given me, I think, 3, maybe 4 gifts this year. You gave me the little silver and beads from Turkey and a scarf as well. And then you gave me 2 scarves from your mom this round as well, dude. So 4 gifts. Christian has given me 4 gifts.
I'm not getting anything else.
I don't need anything else, Holmes. Thank you. Your presence is more than enough for the day. Gateway, exactly. The thing is, though, my family is so low contact with itself as a general rule that if we did not have these reasons given to us, we never just spontaneously see one another. Yeah. And maybe for some people it's better that way as well, right? Like we almost see each other, I don't know if obligation is the right word, but by design instead of by desire. That's at least the way I've been seeing it. I feel like I've always denounced the origin of holidays. Christmas for me is its own beast. I just love the colors, smells, and songs and food. I don't really care for the gifts. It's very glamorized. It's glamorous. Christmas is pretty glamorous in America. It's really well marketed as a thing, you know, and everything is only a thing because we as a collective believe it is in fact a thing. And it's a cool thing, right? It's pretty, it's sparkly, it is glamorous, so we believe in it collectively. But catch me drinking eggnog and listening to Christmas music on a radio at a bar alone. I feel that, Isaac. I love the smell of pine and old green. All right, I'm out. Love you, Isaac. It was nice having you here, friend. Hey, Joy Vive Seda. I was thinking about you today. Like, I know that you told me, but I read the word Sena, Sena, today, and the person that was reading the word said Senna. And then I was like, should I be saying Senna? And then I remembered the fractal of you telling me I should say Sena. So I thought about you today. Sending you more love, dear friend. Thanksgiving is the best. I'm heading on a road trip tomorrow to have Turkey Day with my mom. I'll be there through the weekend and I'll be heading back up there for Christmas as well. At least you love your family, Joy Vive. Like Joy Vive as a super mom. Like if Joy Vive is any indication of what a divine woman is, I'm sure her mom is more of the same, and they get along, fortunately. I'm very happy for you, Joy Vive. I'm happy that you have a positive connection to Thanksgiving and the time you get to spend with family. Laughing Tiger, thank you, Sana, sending love. Whew. I wish you safe travels tomorrow, Joy. I hope you have the loveliest time with your mama. I'm sure she will. Thank you, Shannon, for sending that love too. I'll take a puff. Pull a card. Christian wants to exercise.
I want to stretch. Fuck exercising.
I think stretching's gonna be good. I feel like we don't want to overtax ourselves before the festival anyway, dude.
Well, I can't. I got zero energy in me right now.
We're gonna be dancing.
Even yesterday. Yesterday was before today.
Yesterday was before today, and even yesterday I was tired. Let's see. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, friends. I remember the day, joy, 7 freaking hours and lots of car sickness. I did miss eating burgers from the sheaf though. Sounds nice. Aw, thanks, Melty. I love how you say my name, and don't worry, you'll pronounce my name right every time. Thank you. Woohoo! Car time! Happy that you're celebrating with me. Thank you, Julia. Traveling mercies, Joy Vive. I hope you enjoy your holiday. Green. Let's see. Any excuse to feed people and jump into holidays, birthdays, Tuesdays. My dad and stepbro go nuts for my eggnog bread pudding. Seeing someone get visceral enjoyment from something I made melts me. Seeing someone have visceral enjoyment for something I made melts me. Like my sister does the same. Jovan, you just unlocked the critical core memory in my brain of me and my brothers being excited for something my sister made, and seeing that same, like seeing through your eyes myself as my, like you, I'm tripping out about how I'm gonna explain this fractal. My sister looking at me, you looking at your brother and your father. My sister seeing what you see in your parents in me for the thing that she Thank you for unlocking that fractal in me. I appreciate it, Jovan. That's beautiful. Thank you for doing that for your family too. I do like rum cake. I don't particularly enjoy fruit cake. We call it fruit cake in South Africa, but also adding rum to it. I've been lurking. Who needs tears? But I want to send my love. Thank you for being here, friend. Ooh. Swallow the sun. Like, I think this is the card I've pulled the most since being here, Christian. Swallow the sun over and over and over again. It has some green in it, Maxine. Yeah, again, so many of these cards. Like I don't pull it that much ever. It has like fringes of green on the edges. You know? So I can still give it to you. I knit scarves for everyone for holidays, and I bake sugar cookies. One day for some of you, I hope. I believe so. See it with me. make it reality. I bet everything you make is amazing, Joe. All the love you put into everything just makes it perfectly delicious. You friends, being in the stream, making these streams perfectly delicious with me. Thank you. Let's see what this card means. Even though we know, it's still good to find out again. Not everything. I made some squash yesterday. Was not aware. I mean, who knows? Who knows, Jovan? Maybe you're gonna, like, maybe you didn't end up eating it and you can compost it. So these microorganisms are just having the time of their lives eating your cooking right now. They're like, this is the best ever in existence. And you're like, oh, it wasn't the best, it's flat. No, fruit cake. It's angel food cake with 151. I don't know what that, like, that's probably the proof. It's like eating shots of yummies. That sounds quite ridiculous. I've never heard about that then. Maybe it's something different. What kind of squash? How does squash not sometimes the day after the flavor is enhanced? I love squash. Butternut squash. It was spicy and a little burnt. Me too, good. Butternut. Too bad it got burned. I really enjoy butternut soup. It's like one of my favorites. Something my mom makes that absolutely melts me as well. You know that I have visceral enjoyment when I see it. Card number 19. Swallow the sun. Dreams and visions. Again, like someone dreams. Bird gives it character. Yeah, them carcinogens. It really creates that depth, that what the The sun is celebrated throughout the world as a giver of life, and in some cultures as a god. Thank you for sending suns right now. I appreciate it, Gateway. Ooh. Both the ancient Greeks and Romans worshipped one or more solar deities. And in Hindu literature, the sun is mentioned as the visible form of God that one can see every day. Aztec and Incan and Egyptian traditions all held the sun in godly accord. Whatever your spiritual belief, it is clear that our sun represents a psychological principle that transcends time and place. The vibrant geometry of this sun card invites you to explore its symbolism and its ability to illuminate and guide you. Swallows swoop and play in the solar portal, encouraging you to see a light-hearted reflection of your dreams and visions. Dreams, whether in sleep or the musings of reverie, will offer clues to your internal process. Vision directs your path and offers a sense of purpose, vitality, and life force. What messages have your dreams offered lately? What progress are you making towards the realization of your vision? Meditate with this card and consider these questions. Do not be hard on yourself if you are not happy with your progress. Realize that when you push too hard, you may actually be resisting the thing that you most desire. Realize with your positive intentions as you bring your finest dreams. Relax with your positive intentions as you bring your finest dreams and visions into this reality. Let's meditate on our vision. So look at this card again, all right? Whatever your vision is, seeing this is like the core of your being, extending out, right? Illuminating and empowering everything that comes out of it. This thing being at the center of your heart, well, at your solar plexus, this core of you, coming out from you. Where is it you want this part of yourself to go, right? Really holding in our minds that our minds project into the future something. To make it simple, I think of having an apple. So I have to stand up, walk over to the kitchen, get to the apple bowl, the apple bag, put my hand in it, and then continue to consume it, right? And then I can stand up and go and do that and actually go through the process. So with that in mind, if we're gonna go somewhere in the far future, in the near future, where do you wanna go? Closing our eyes, we'll just spend some time thinking about that. In my mind, I would like to go to a place where there's more harmony, more acceptance of one another for differences, more willingness to look at the world from a place of nonsense and sense instead of from a place of right and wrong. Realizing that we actually find a lot of enjoyment out of nonsense sometimes. That some entertainment, some experiences can be beautiful just being nonsense. And that this experience is worthy and that it makes sense. That sometimes nonsense can make sense to people, and sometimes what is sense to you can be nonsense to others. Looking forward to a society where people are helped, encouraged, supported to become their best selves instead of pushed down, instead of reduced to nothing, instead of limited to their expression, to their possibilities. Accepting that this reality is already here, it is already now. Being grateful for having gotten to this point, and then being willing to let it go. As already so, it is done. Thank you, friends, for going there with me. Can you reread that piece? I'll do that for you, friend. I mean, you could skip back. I'm gonna probably end the stream right now, friend. I would love to. I'm just gonna get to the comments first. I'm glad you agree, Shanna. Sending you and your family love and light. Everything all right? I made the legated squash the other day. Delish. Thanksgiving, after all, is a word of action. We need to remember to so give thanks to our earth and ancestors and be grateful and appreciative for what you have. My aunt used to make it every year for us before she died. I haven't had it in years, and maybe it's partially the memory that tastes so good. Maybe make it for yourself again, dear friend. Maybe bring her into your mind, enjoying a meal with her in mind. Oh man, that push. The hard line is spot on. Read it, please. I'm glad you're a Krishna. That's what it's like on the metaphysical level, Beansy. We are all multi-directional communication devices. We are the deliverers of all information, the signpost at the crossroads. I believe in me. I believe in you. I believe in you too. I believe in myself. Thank you for letting me go into that loop with you, friend. Don't pull the pendulum, just let it hang. Freaking love all of you. I'm still under the weather. Hope you get better, dear friend. Sending you love, sending warm love. Thank you, Sana. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Love to you. Goodbye.